The Fascinating History of Welding Technology by Aaron Martin. The first electric welder in 1877, English-born engineer Elu Thompson invented the process of resistance welding by chance while preparing a lecture at the Franklin Institute in Philadelphia. 8 years later, in 1885, Thompson built the first electric welder. The inventor of the first carbon electrode. In 1887, Nikolai Bernatos and Stanislaw Okswitsky patented the first carbon electrode to be used with the arc welding technology developed in 1881 by Auguste de Martinez to join lead batteries, plates, and manual metal arc welding was born. The process was cemented in 1890 when the C.L. Coffin of Detroit was awarded the first U.S. patent of arc welding with a metal electrode. In stark contrast to approach used by earlier methods, thermite welding was developed by Hans Goldschmidt in 1893, and by 1899 it was being used to join sections of railways in Germany. Over a century later, Goldschmidt's process is still common in the rail industry. The 20th century brought out rapid development in the virgin practice of welding. During the machine age, and many of the process we are all familiar with today were developing during this time. Although the arc welding process and carbon electrodes have been invented years earlier, the welds produced by the process were prone to flaws and unsuitable for use of structural applications. Everything changed in the 1900s when Arthur Percy Strungenberger and Oscar Kylberg released the first coated electrodes, which offered increased arc stability and more consistent welds. Image shows the first carbon electrode. The first stud welding tool. Warfare has served to spur many major technology advancements, and World War II proved to be no exception. One of the least appreciated yet most significant contribution to the welding technology was born in California's Mare Island Naval Shipyard in early 1941, when shipbuilder Ted Nelson invented stud welding for use in attaching deckboards to ships. Prior to Nelson's invention, decking was attached with nuts and bolts using wrenches and large scaffolding systems. Nelson's process was estimated to have saved the U.S. Navy more than 50 million man-hours during World War II. The first stud welding tool. The process he invented bears his name to this day as a registered trademark of the Stanley Company. Around the same time, Russell Murtaugh of the Northrop Aircraft Corporation developed the standard process of gas Tuscan arc welding for use in aircraft construction using aluminum and titanium. His patent would later be licensed to Lind, who renamed it Harlick and invested heavily in further development of the process. The post-war years saw a booming U.S. economy, which further drove the need for new and improved welding processes capable of supporting infrastructure, construction, transportation, and the demand of consumer goods. The prevalent technologies of the jet age were shielded metal arc welding, SMAW, and gas material arc welding. The stud welding machine. Gun Tuscan arc welding, or also known as GTAW. GTAW stands for Gun Tuscan arc welding. These processes were capable of producing high-quality welds, but not at the high deposition rates that manufacturing demanded. This led to the development of gas metal arc welding (GMAW/MIG) at Battle Memorial Institute in 1948, which much higher deposition rates than completing processes. Gas metal arc welding quickly gained popularity and has been renowned for its ease and use and speed ever since. In 1941, electron beam welding was developed by German physicist Dr. Karl Heinz Sternwag, which uses a high energy beam of focused electrons to weld without filler metal in a vacuum. There it is. And these are the sources.